and welcome to Les Brown's Motivational Monday Night Call, your place for motivation and inspiration by world-renowned speaker, author, and coach, legendary Mr. Les Brown. We are so excited that you're here. My name is Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant. I will be your host tonight. And on behalf of Mr. Brown and the entire team, we say thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this mission that Mr. Brown has to inspire over 100,000 voices of hope all across the planet. And when Mr. Brown is traveling and busy doing the work that he has been divinely aligned to do, he trusts his team to make sure that we inspire you with messages of hope and share information on how you can stay connected with him on a consistent basis. So at this time, I do want to invite those of you who have not yet visited lesbrown.com that you can go to www.lesbrown.com to receive updates and information on where Mr. Brown will be live, as well as going to lesbrownmotivation.com, and there you will see some videos of Mr. Brown and be able to listen to them over and over again to inspire you to live your best life and tap into the greatness that's inside of you. We also have interaction on Facebook by going to brown.les, that's brown.les on Facebook, and there Mr. Brown posts direct messages to all of you who listen and follow and have been supporters of his voice, his mission, and his work. So with that being said, I want to welcome all of the new callers, everyone who's found out about this opportunity to tune in, and welcome you to invite friends and to come back again next week. I also want to thank all of you who have been our faithful participants on this call every single Monday night. We value you, we value your voice, we value your presence, and we appreciate your support. Last week, we had a wonderful message by Mr. Dwight Pleasure, one of our most senior platinum speakers, and I want to publicly thank him for being able to share a message with you while we were live in Topeka, Kansas at Dinner with Les. So I jumped on to give you a quick hello and then turned around and had to go back to present on stage. But I know you were inspired by Mr. Dwight Pleasure, and we were excited to witness what happened. And tonight we're going to have a dialogue on the power of living your best life, walking in alignment with what it is you've been called to do, and the results of that, because we continue to be inspired by those individuals that have been touched by the words of Mr. Les Brown, by his books, by his videos, by his speeches, and interacting with audiences globally. And boy, oh boy, do we have some wonderful things to report as a result of that event. So in order to have this conversation be more fruitful and inspiring, I had to invite the visionary, the author, the coach, the phenomenal individual who created Topeka, Kansas, first time having a motivational event, having an opportunity to see Mr. Les Brown live and to experience what it means to invest in yourself when it comes to personal growth development. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I shared prior that when there's an opportunity to do something different, to get a different result, we need to seize that opportunity. Now, there are a couple of things that I want to share, and then I'm going to introduce the person who made it happen, the person who had a vision to bring to his hometown the legendary speaker, author, coach, Mr. Les Brown, and a few of his good friends to inspire the audience to really position themselves to finish 2015 strong and for 2016 to be their best year yet. But what I was impressed about was the fact that he made it an affordable opportunity to sit before the master. And while a good portion of those in Topeka, Kansas took action, they jumped on this opportunity, purchased their tickets, and they were there. There were individuals who came from as far away as Germany, California, Dallas, Florida, Denver, New York, Maryland, Chicago, just to name a few, because they took this as a serious chance to position themselves to win and to get from 2015 every ounce of what was due them. And on top of that, he assembled a powerhouse team of individuals who were willing to serve and make us all feel like we had entered into the most incredible experience of hospitality in the Midwest. And third, his family was able to witness what he does on a daily basis, not only as an author, not only as an entrepreneur, creating a whole training and opportunity for those who want to get a career in surgical first assisting, not only those who have participated in his Black Belt Speakers Program, not only those who have bought his books, not only those who have invested in seeing him at live events, but now his family see the totality of the global impact he is having across the world, and he was not selfish in bringing it to an experience in Topeka, Kansas. Tonight I say to you, there's something in you that you have been praying on, that you've been wishing for, that you've been desiring. And through the conversation we're going to have tonight, my goal is to inspire you to move now with volume and velocity towards making that a reality, because as a result of you living your dreams, people's lives will be changed, dreams will be freed, and the manifestation of the best version of who you are will be made real, because you tonight make the decision to not wait, but to move and live your best life. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce my friend, my colleague, my brother from another mother, distinguished author, speaker, coach, and entrepreneur, none other than Dr. Ruben West. Ruben, are you on the line?
I am on the line, Stacey. Man, that introduction was amazing. But I got to tell you, I'm right there with you. This event was off the chain. And when you talked about the people who showed up from outside of Topeka, Kansas, there were numerous. And so we have to really be purposeful with our blessings. We have to be purposeful with the fact that there's something for us, but it probably won't just fall in our lap. We probably have to go out there and get it. And so I love the fact that these individuals took action. And here is an event, and they had to invest. They had to take planes, trains, and automobiles, but that they didn't let that stop them. They found a way to get there, and they found a way to be inspired. So I got to thank you for mentioning that, because I think if the listeners get it, what you're really saying, and I believe this, is that it's there for you, but you're probably going to have to go out there and get it. So thank you, and I'm glad to be on the call.
You are most welcome, and I want to start with that first. You know, I was so impressed by your commitment to this event, because a lot of times when we grow in life and when we shift our paradigm so that we can experience more and do more, our schedules are such that we always don't have the opportunity to go back to where we started as often as we'd like. And you were committed to bringing this event to Topeka, Kansas. And I want you to speak to that a little bit, because sometimes there's a space and time when we can be a blessing and we can turn around and show by example to some of the people we grew up with what you can do when you just experience an opportunity to shift, push a little further, and become the best person you can be. What was your inspiration?
So let me tell you, Dr. Stacey, you named some things that I've been able to accomplish when you introduced me. But what I realized is it's not just me, it's the process that I use. And so I believed when I wanted to speak that I could use that same process that helped me put the surgical assistant program together, helped me write the curriculum, helped me start 2 martial arts schools, helped me be inducted into the U.S. Martial Arts Hall of Fame. All of those things, I believed that I could use that same process that would would allow me to be a speaker and to share the stage with none other than Les Brown. And when I started implementing those steps, it was working. It was working. I realized early on this is going to be the case, that I'm going to be able to share the stage with Les Brown. But here's one other thing that I know, is that for a lot of people, they suffer from possibility blindness. And I'm not just talking about from the fact of being a speaker. I'm talking about whatever it is that they would like to do in their life and with their life. They don't know. They're stuck. They struggle. And so I've come to realize that a lot of times people can't be what they can't see. And so that's why you see a lot of young men walking around. They don't value themselves. Their pants hanging down. You see a lot of ladies who would rather show that their back than their front, than their face, because they can't be what they can't see. And so what I said is, if I'm able to do these things, I want to go back and show the people that I grew up with, show the people right there in my hometown, there where my family still lives, that there's more that they can be. And I wanted to bring some people in that they could see living that life. That's why I chose to bring in Les Brown, top 5 speakers in the world. That's why I chose to bring in Roland Manning, the founder and CEO of Dublin Nutrition, who is a network marketer that generated over $100,000 a year business through his mindset by developing himself. That's why I wanted to bring in you, Dr. Stacey N.C. Grant, the founder and CEO and chairperson of Destiny Designers University, because I wanted them to get a chance to see what was possible for them to be. And so I thank all of you for taking the time to come in. But that's why I had to bring it back to my hometown. I wanted to show them what their possibilities were.
Wow, I love that. You can't be what you cannot see. Powerful. And, you know, I witnessed those faces. I could feel the energy in the room. Everybody was looking around like, I can't believe this is happening in Topeka. I can't believe that Dr. West really brought this here. Like, they were in complete shock. Like, pitch me somebody. This is really happening. And I want to applaud you because you created an experience that will never, ever, ever be forgotten. And one of the things that impressed me as I talked to some of the attendees and as I listened to some of their stories, do you realize, I don't know if you heard from everybody where they came from in their full story, but there was about 4 or 5 college-age students that came to the event. They were participants in watching Les Brown online. I said, you're in college? They said, yeah, and you know, we found his videos, we saw all of this, and we were like, where is he going to be? And through a Facebook ad, they saw that there was going to be dinner with Les in Topeka, Kansas, and they flew across the country. They flew across the country to be there that night. And I said, why? I mean, that's a far away. Are you staying in Kansas for a couple of days? They said, no. We're going to be there just for tonight, and then we're flying out tomorrow. I said, you're a college student? You made that kind of investment to get a plane ticket for just one night? And they said, yep, absolutely, because it was that important to us. And Dr. West made this so affordable, it didn't make sense for us not to seize this opportunity. And I want to ask you, as you've been listening to the feedback, as people have been commenting, as you've been sharing moments and photos from the event, what has impressed you most with the feedback from those who invested in the opportunity to have dinner with Les in Topeka, Kansas?
Stacey, what impressed me the most, and this is great, what impressed me the most were the people who said, that Roland Manning was amazing. What impressed me the most were the people who said, I love Dr. Stacey N.C. Grant's story when she talked about the 4 leaves of the clover. See, the reason why, one guy said to me, he said, I came to hear Les Brown, but God spoke to me through you. And what impressed me about those 3 things is it's working. You see, Les wants to inspire 100,000 voices of hope. See, he's not selfish. He's not just saying, it's just me, it's just going to be Les Brown. He wants to help other people be a motivator, be an inspirer, be the person that people can hear and listen to, because we all have an energy signature. And some people there could only hear you, Dr. Stacey, and some people there could only hear me. Some people could only hear Roland. Some people could only hear Les. Some people could only look at the MCs and say, wait a minute, I want to be like one of them. So what impressed me the most is that, you know, when you do things with celebrities like Les Brown, somebody who has achieved what he has achieved, you really forget that it's you. You forget that it's Dr. Stacey or Roland, because we put our focus on Les Brown, but they were touched by all of us. And that's why whoever is listening on this call, that idea you have to start that business, that idea you have to write that book, that idea you have to do hair, or start an after-school program, or work with the elderly, or start a tax business, or go back to school, or become a teacher, or get your next degree. That idea, somebody's watching you. See, when you activate that idea, when you step out on faith, when you go and do what you've been called to do, it's not just for you. You can do things to change a life, to inspire a youth, to help someone be what they can now see. And so what inspired me was, like, literally, people got inspired by us, and we were inspired by Les. And so you witnessed the trickle-down effect of greatness.
I love it, and that's exactly what happened. And I was chuckling to myself as you talked about the Wonder Twins, because I used to pretend I was one of them. And I would sit around and try to activate with my cousin, and we would get ourselves in a load of trouble, but it was so much fun because we were Wonder Twin Powers Activate. And as you're listening, as especially the new callers who've been attracted to this platform and wanting to get more and hear more from Les Brown, hear more of the material, we hope that as you listen tonight, you see yourself in the story that we're sharing about this event. You see yourself in the opportunities to activate your goals and dreams and do what Mr. Brown challenges us every day, which is to tap into that greatness inside of us, to really bring the best of who we are to the planet. So as we start to wind down, and we might have a few moments to open up the call, one of the other speakers who were absolutely phenomenal at the event, I believe, has joined us. So let me just check in to see if Roland Manny, you are here.
I am here, Stacy.
Awesome,
Hello?
awesome. Well, Ruben talked a little bit. We can hear you loud and clear. Ruben mentioned a little bit about what you've been able to accomplish and the financial freedom you've been able to create as a result of helping people live a healthier life. And you shared a story that touched every heart in that room in Topeka, Kansas. But I want you to just share, Roland, for a moment, what it meant to you to participate in the transformation of lives there with our mentor, Mr. Les Brown, and seeing what happened as a result of you showing up to support our dear friend and brother, Dr. Ruben West.
Well, first of all, I'm probably going to be a little speechless about it, but I was just amazed that Ruben, he asked me to be part of it, and of course I was going to say yes, and you know, it's nervous because you have some limited beliefs sometimes, and you don't think you can do something. But once I got there and we landed at the airport, and Ruben picked us up, and you know, from the time we put the end in Kansas to be part of that whole event, and to go to the event, and like I was listening to Dr. Ruben talk, and it was great to have Les there and stuff. But to see, like, these are people that Ruben grew up with. These are people that we were able to give them hope. You know what I mean? And like you said, like, every story touched somebody in a certain way, and it was just amazing to me to hear some of the feedback and how we helped some people, and it was just, and to have Les there, because I wrote down, and I actually sent it to Les. I was fortunate enough, he took the same flight back to Columbus with me, so we sat the whole way on the plane and we were talking, and I told him, I said, you know, Les, I said, you wrote he does that a lot, like 5 reasons. Well, Dr. Stacy, in 2002, I was at a Herbalife event, and he did that. He was a guest speaker, and I had him sign my book. And the 5th thing I wrote down was be a motivational speaker by 2012. And I met Les Brown in 2013, not because I believed in myself, but because my wife Julie believed in me until I had the courage to believe in myself. And because of that, I met Ruben, and then Ruben believed in me. And to have all of us together and to finally meet you, because I've heard you speak, and to know that we weren't there, like Ruben always says, we're not there for the applause, we're there for a cause. And I think what Ruben did, to have that event there, to make a difference, to touch those people's lives, I think the cause was served, and I think we made a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely, we definitely did. And I just want the callers to understand that we want to touch you the same way. in supporting you with your dreams and your goals when there are opportunities to invest in seeing Mr. Brown live, to invest in any one of the opportunities that we as part of his Platinum Speakers Program and his team present. Seize those opportunities, because our goal is to serve you in your greatness. Our goal is to see you get to that finish line. Our goal is to inspire you to dream a bigger dream than you've ever dreamed, because it's possible. It just takes one person to open up the way, one person to show you the example, and you can run further as a result of that person standing in their divine assignment. And that's what we witnessed in Topeka, Kansas. And I want to again congratulate you, Dr. Ruben West, Roland Manny, for the job that we were able to do together. It was my humble pleasure to be there, to touch the lives of those who showed up, and to hear the comments and the feedback as a result of the message that they received. So as you listen tonight, as we have begun the last month of this 2015 year, and this is the first Monday in the month, we invite you to make a decision tonight to live on purpose. Let your greatness shine. Be like Dr. Ruben West. Be inspired to live out your dreams, no matter what the obstacles, no matter what the challenges may look like. Once you make the decision, watch providence line up, and people start appearing, and resources start happening, because the how is none of your business. Hold on to the why, and don't stop going until you hit the goal that you have declared for yourself. So with that being said, I think we have about 2 minutes or so where we can open up the call. Dr. West and Roland, do you have a moment?
Yes, I do. Yes. Yep.
Awesome. So we're going to open up the call, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to first give opportunity to our new listeners who might have a question or a comment, and then we're going to allow for our faithful supporters if you have another word to share. So stand by, and you'll have to press *6 to unmute your line.
All callers are unmuted. All callers are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you press *6, we can take a comment or two.
Hello, this is William
from our
May
listening audience.
from Los Angeles.
William May, yes, I remember. This is your second time calling in, and we appreciate welcoming you to our family.
Thank you, thank you. I know I asked this before, but maybe you can give me more material or some more resources. But what books or materials or video or something I can go and study, and so I can be a better speaker, so I won't be saying and I think last time I talked to you, you said there are fill-in words, how to fix that. So I want to go in deep on how to fix that. Probably more.
Can I answer that, Dr. Stacy?
Sure.
So let me just tell you that a lot of times you probably have a Toastmasters group in your area, and that's one of the things that they work on. Those are called verbal fillers. But they not only work on that, but they also work on your timing, your phraseology, table topics, they call them. So if you have a Toastmaster group in your area, that will probably help you. And one of the reasons I like that, as opposed to just a book when you're talking about speaking, is that you have people there to give you live feedback to help guide your progress. And so I think that will be a great resource for you. It's very inexpensive. And there's usually multiple clubs in your area. So if you try one out and you want to get in another club, you can do that. They usually meet at different times. So you can do it as much as you want. But, you can also think about finding a way to work with Les Brown and the Platinum Speakers. That's another option that's available for you as well. But I would start with that Toastmasters in your area if you're looking for an inexpensive way to start getting involved in the speaking.
Okay, hey, great. That sounds like a very excellent idea. I guess I'm going to do that as a homework assignment for the next time I get on the call.
Perfect.
I agree with you about this because it did wonders for me.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I know that beautiful voice. How are you doing, darling?
Hey, I knew you'd recognize my voice. Everybody does. I don't know if it's good or bad.
I did. Now, that is a good thing, and we appreciate your support. There was another caller that was coming through with a quick question and or comment, so we just want to allow them to do that.
Hello?
All right. Thank you, my love. Yes, go right ahead.
Dr. Grant?
Yes.
Great evening, Dr. Grant. How are you?
I am fantastic. Whose phenomenal voice is this that I recognize?
This is none other than that Doris L. Rivers hailing all the way from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is my second time calling. My first time I called in, I heard Wade Randolph when he was talking about the myth of public speaking. I just want to let you know how very grateful and thankful I am for this platform to be able to continue to develop myself. As I told you back then a couple weeks ago, I had the pleasure of seeing Les Brown. I didn't meet him personally, but I was on the first row at Philadelphia when he came with the Get Motivated, seminar. And I'm just honing my craft. I'm putting in my 10,000 hours. I'm reading. I'm listening every day, every night. There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't read and listen. Because one day I'll be able to teach and open up for Les Brown as well, and for yourself, because I think you're a very phenomenal woman. You're very pretty too. I went on your website. But
well,
I just want to. But I want to thank you because I heard you guys say something key, that once I decide to make the decision to walk into my purpose, it's not for me, because someone's going to look at me one day, and my goal is to be the barrier breaker within my family, because I have grandchildren that are watching me, and people, they want to say, I'm going to see if she make it with this one. She always doing this, let me see. And I'm going to show them. I'm going to tell you. What I tell you, I'm going to knock the ball all the way out the park, because this is something that I have a deep passion for, because I want to see people win. I really have that sincere desire. I want you to be the best you can be, and that's why I'm always on it. So one day I'm going to have the pleasure of meeting you first and then opening up for you and Les as well, and probably for Dr. Ruben West and Roland Manning as well. So I thank you all for your work, and I'm a student in practice.
I love it. Thank you.
That is awesome. We love it. We appreciate you, and we claim the same thing for you. And
all callers are muted.
I needed to mute the line because we had a terrible piece of feedback, and as I grow in age, my nerves are not as good as they used to be. So in order to minimize the noise, I needed to put us back in presentation mode. But if you didn't get to share your comment, I'm going to ask Dr. West and Roland Manning to share their contact information that you can connect with them, and I will share mine as well at the end. And we invite you once again to visit lesbrown.com and brown.les on Facebook to stay connected. The goal of tonight, thank you for all of our callers who did speak. It reached you and it touched you. That we don't take any of this for granted, that our assignments are very clear, and if we can inspire you to action, then our job is not in vain. So we thank you for your time and your presence on this call tonight. Dr. West, can you tell them how they can connect with you, and then Roland, you're next.
Sure. To reach me, you can reach me at my website, rubenwest360. That's RUBENWEST 360.com, rubenwest360.com. You can also reach me on social media, Facebook, Ruben West, or Ruben West Speaks. That is my fan page. And then you can follow me on Twitter, and you can find me at Black Belt Speakers, BLACKBELTSPEAKERS, so at Black Belt Speakers. And I want to say thank you for tuning in. Roland, take it away.
Sure. You can reach me at Roland, ROLAND, Manny, MANNY, Speaks, SPEAKS, @gmail.com. And you can always also reach me at Roland Manny on Facebook.
Thank you both. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to connect with me, you can connect on www.destinydesignersuniversity.com. That's Destiny, DESTINY, Designers, DESIGNERS, University.com. All of our social media handles are there, and you can just click straight through. And I'm going to give you a free gift tonight. When we talk about staying in action and being productive, if you text the word sunshine to 718-303-2966. That's 718-303-2966. You'll get a free download of my Beast Mode Decoded to help you finish 2015 strong. Once again, text the word sunshine to 718-303-2966. Thank you again for tuning in. Ruben and Roland, thank you for sharing your words tonight. Roland, you are amazing. Ruben, you are outstanding. And I want to thank you publicly again for inviting us to be a part of Dinner with Les. More great news to come, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be launching some information on lesbrown.com, so make sure you stay connected. And we have a training coming up in January 22nd to 23rd in Orlando, Florida. All the information is on lesbrown.com. Have a wonderful night. Make it an even greater day tomorrow, and stay focused on living your best life. Bye-bye.